Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a new episode of the Cappella podcast. My name is Apolline. I'm the founder and CEO of Cappella, and I will be doing this episode alone for once. It's very rare. I usually have a guest on, but I thought, you know what? Let's kick 2024 off with, a solo one, and let's talk about baby cries. It's obviously not necessarily the topic that we listen to relax or to chill because no one wants to hear baby cries. But it's very important to know why there are baby cries, what they mean, and what we can do about them when we hear them to alleviate the baby's pain slash stress slash everything. I'm making this episode for all new and expecting parents in 2024. If you have a baby on the way, congrats. Or if you just want to learn something, listen in because this is going to be an educational one. It's not going to be a very long one, but definitely with some wisdom nuggets here and there about baby cries. So yeah, let's get started. So without further ado, let's get started. The bond between a mother and the fetus during pregnancy is disrupted at birth, and the newborn begins to adapt to life outside the womb, with their first reaction being to cry or scream. This initial crying is crucial for their survival. The separation of the newborn from the placenta marks a significant transition from aquatic to an aerial environment, and adapting to terrestrial life is a lengthy process. This adaptation can be affected by the mode of birth, either spontaneous or vaginal, or cesarean, by the gestational age, by fetal pathologies, by complications during labor, and postnatal care. Immediately after birth, a multitude of changes occur simultaneously in the newborn's body, making birth a miraculous event. Significant biochemical and physiological transformations happen due to the shift to extrauterine life, and the newborn transitions from the intrauterine liquid environment, which is safe, protective, and with a constant temperature, which is sterile and devoid of light stimuli, to an extrauterine gaseous environment, characterized by constant temperature changes, air currents, bright light, and a significant microbial load. As a result, the newborn shifts from being dependent to independent, and crying becomes their only form of communication. And this is the form of communication they will use to express all of their needs. When understanding baby cries correctly, a caregiver, a parent, any family member is able to provide the baby with what the baby needs in a quick and efficient manner. It's important to note that the prefrontal cortex is not developed enough in the early days of life to have any sort of manipulation in cries or to cry for attention or anything like that. These early cries in the first couple of months of a baby's life are hunger cries, pain cries, discomfort cries, fatigue cries. And this is why they should always be acknowledged and always attended to. Let's go to our first cry, the one we will talk about first, and it's the cry of hunger. In the womb, the fetus's nutritional intake is provided by the placenta, and the digestive tract is minimally active. However, reflexes like sucking, swallowing, peristalsis, and digestive enzyme activity are present during the pregnancy. The fetus swallows amniotic fluid ranging from 15 milliliters a day at 20 weeks to 450 milliliters a day at 40 weeks. The coordination of sucking and swallowing emerges at around 32 weeks of gestation. At birth, the gastric capacity of a full-term newborn is about 30 milliliters, with 8 to 12 meals every 24 hours. A healthy newborn sleeps around 18 to 20 hours a day, with brief intervals for breastfeeding or bottle feeding. Before each meal, they wake up, they exhibit a searching look, move their mouth as if they're seeking food, they make physiological sounds, and start moving their body to get attention. And they try to signal that they need to be fed. If not breastfed within a few seconds, their whimper escalates into an intense, sometimes angry, cry of hunger. In a lot of maternity hospitals, they practice rooming in, which means that mothers and newborns stay together in the same room, which is a very natural way of doing things. But they also have a nursery system where in one room you will have 15 to 20 babies lying next to each other. And in these rooms, experienced medical staff can easily anticipate and distinguish a hungry cry and pick it up and attend to that. The second cry I will talk about is the cry of fatigue or sleepiness. Neonatology not only involves examining and treating newborns, but also conducting screenings for congenital anomalies. This can lead to stress and fatigue in newborns. If sleep cycles are disrupted, newborns can become fussy and they struggle to find comfort, and they may quickly oscillate between sleep and being awake. In a busy nursery, this can be exacerbated. Requiring a quiet environment for rest and recovery is essential for newborn. Third is the cry of pain. Procedures like needle pricks in the weight room after birth are very painful for newborns. They react by whimpering, withdrawing their limbs or their arms, and crying very loudly. The cry is often sharp and distressing, and it's often accompanied by physiological indicators like tachycardia and palm sweating. I want to talk about the last category of cries, that is discomfort, and there can be two types of discomfort. There can be burping pain, so that means upper body discomfort, and lower body discomfort, which is more of a defecation complaint. So upper body discomfort, burping, occurs post-meal, especially if a large amount of milk is consumed very quickly. The newborn may have wide open eyes, shake their heads, and cry or scream while burping. On the other hand, lower discomfort or defecation complaints is the type of crying is less intense, but it is persistent, and it is accompanied by body movements or facial color change. Now that we've talked about the different types of cries, I want to talk a little bit about how and why it is so important to understand your baby's cries. So understanding a baby's cries can significantly enhance the life of new parents. Being able to discern the specific needs that different cries represent empowers parents to respond effectively and efficiently to their baby's needs, fostering a nurturing environment and a strong bond between parent and child. So let me give you a few examples. One, reduce stress and anxiety. New parents often experience anxiety and stress because they're worried about their baby's well-being. Recognizing the difference between cries of hunger, discomfort, or pain allows for quicker and more accurate responses. This not only soothes the baby more swiftly, but also reduces parental anxiety as parents become more confident in understanding and meeting their baby's needs. Now, number two is the killer example that everyone wants: improved sleep. Babies who are promptly and correctly responded to tend to regulate their sleep patterns more quickly. When a parent can differentiate between a cry of hunger and one of discomfort, they can address the specific need without unnecessary interventions. This results in less disruption and more consistent sleep for both the baby and the parent, which is vital for just everything, health, well-being, but also anyone's mental sanity in these crazy times of having a newborn. Number three, enhances bonding. The ability to interpret and respond to a baby's cries strengthens the emotional bond between parent and child. This bond is crucial for the baby's emotional development and lays the foundation for secure attachment. A baby whose needs are met consistently and lovingly learns to trust their caregivers, which is fundamental for healthy emotional and social development. Number four, you can care for your baby better. Differentiating between different types of cries can alert parents about any potential challenge or issue right away. For example, you could learn that your baby seems to be crying because of hunger more often than the average baby. That's something interesting to look into, and not wait until the next doctor's appointment to have it investigated. Parental well-being is definitely promoted and encouraged when parents feel better and stronger about understanding their baby's needs, and they have a sense of competence and confidence. And you shouldn't underestimate having this at this early stage. Finally, there is a huge part about learning, adaptation, social and emotional development of the baby. When its needs are attended to efficiently and the baby, becomes more and more regulated and their nervous system develops, they're able to learn how to soothe themselves and how to regulate their emotions faster and at a younger age. And this is crucial since it is basically the only thing that they're learning at this age is How do I get myself to stop crying? How do I get to put myself to sleep? So in conclusion, the ability to understand a baby's cries is a powerful tool for new parents. It not only ensures the well-being and proper development of the baby, but also enriches the parenting experience, bringing a sense of fulfillment and joy to the challenging but rewarding journey of raising a child. And that was it for this episode of the Cappella podcast. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned a thing or two. If it was helpful, feel free to let me know. Feel free to leave a comment on Spotify or rate the podcast. And I can't wait to be back next time. If you are an expecting or a new parent and you're looking for the best baby monitoring solution, there is a solution that will tell you why your babies are crying and what they need, and a solution that will allow you to track sleep, feeding, diapers, etc. Feel free to look into the Cappella app. It will be linked below, and I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for listening.